guys, my name is Julie from sewingjulie.com, and today I want to share with you a quick and easy tutorial how to make a pattern for a dress that you see right beside me. Now this is a traditional trapeze or so-called circle dress, and as you can see, it has tons and tons and tons of volume, and it really drapes beautifully. Now, even if you have never drafted a pattern before, this is really a fun and easy pattern to start with. Now, I know that pattern drafting can be a little bit intimidating at first, but trust me, it's one of the best skills that you can learn as a seamstress, and it doesn't matter if you sew only for yourself or do you have clients that you sew for. Knowing the basics of pattern drafting will allow you not only to bring your craziest idea of design to life, but also you will be able to fit commercial patterns much better because you will know the basics of how the pattern is made, so you will be able to create a much better fit even with a commercial pattern. So without any further ado, let's start with the tutorial. So let's start with a list of tools that you will need for pattern drafting. Pattern drafting does not require a long list of tools, so basically the essentials that you see here on the table will be enough for you to do all your pattern drafting. I like to do my patterns on craft paper because it's easy to get, it's cheap, and it's easy to draw on. You will also need a pencil, a measuring tape, which probably you already have, a long ruler, a French curve ruler, a hip ruler, and the short ruler. For these three last rulers, I am using the Clover Curve Ruler set, and it's a set of all these three rulers, and I just want to tell you that I love these rulers because they are clear and graded, which makes it very easy to do pattern adjustments, add new details, or add seam allowance. Also, these rulers are made of flexible and durable plastic, which means that these three rulers basically will last you a lifetime. And last but not least, I love that these rulers come in a small plastic envelope like this, so after you're done making your pattern, you can store all these three rulers in one neat place and safely put it away. Okay, so here is a very short list of tools that you need for pattern drafting, and if you have all of these already taken care of, we can move on to the second step. Now that you have all of your tools set, it's time to take the measuring tape and start taking the measures. We will start from the shoulder line, which is measured from the beginning of the neck to the end of the shoulder, like this. The second measurement that we will be taking is the bust depth, which is measured from the beginning of the neck to the highest point of your bust, like this. The third measurement that we will be taking is the front waistline length, and it's measured like this, once again from the beginning of the neck through the highest point of the bust and to the waistline. One important measurement that you need to take is the length of the dress that you want to make. The length of my dress is 80 centimeters, but of course you can do whatever you want to do. But then again, remember that it's measured from the beginning of the neck through the highest point of the bust and down to the length that you want. Before we turn this mannequin around, the last measurement that we need to take is the bust measurement, and it's measured once again through the bust highest point. It's important not to squeeze the tape, but let it stay on the body loosely, because if you overstretch it, the entire dress might be a bit too close fitting. Now it's time to turn the mannequin around, and we will need to take two measurements from the back, which is the back length. It's measured from the beginning of your neck again to the waistline like this. And also you will need the back width, which is measured like this. Now that you have all your measurements prepared, write it down on the piece of paper and let's move to the drawing board.
We will start working on the front part and draw your waistline. From the waistline, go up and measure the length of your front line. Draw a new line at the top. From the edge of the paper, measure 1/4 of the bust and draw a line again. This will be a front part net. Now let's zoom in and start working on the neckline. From the top corner, mark 8 cm down and 7 cm to the left. Connect these dots with a curved line using a clover curved ruler. Next up, shoulder line. Mark a small dot line 3 cm below the top line. From the highest point of the neckline, measure and mark shoulder length, making sure that the end of the line hits the dotted 3 cm line. Now it's time to mark bust depth from the top line like this. From the bust line 3 cm above, mark a small line. This will be the bottom of your armhole. Now from the side of the paper, mark the bust width and mark the line again. Connect the bottom of the armhole and the top of the shoulders with the curved line, making sure that you're touching bust width line. Because our dress has bands on neckline and armholes, it's time to mark them. My bands are 3 cm width and it's very easy to mark it with a clear curved ruler such as clover. You have to make sure that your bands on the neckline and armholes are exactly the same width. Set the front part pattern piece aside and let's start working on the back part. You will start by drawing a waistline, and from the waistline go up and measure the length of your back line and make the line at the top. From the new line, measure 1/4 of the bust and draw a line again. This will be your back part net. Now let's start working on the neckline. From the top corner, mark 7 cm to the right. From the marked dot, go up by 3 cm and connect this dot with a curved line as shown. Next up, shoulder line. From the highest point of the neckline, measure and mark shoulder length, making sure that the end of the line is about 1 cm below the top net line. Now it's time to mark back width from the edge of the paper and armhole depth, which will be approximately 18 centimeters below the top net line. Draw a curved armhole line using a curved ruler. Now, same as with the front part, it's time to mark bands and make sure you are marking same width as in the front. Take the front part and from the top of the shoulder, measure the length of the dress you want and draw a hemline below. Connect the end of the armhole with the straight line below. Measure this line and make sure that the line on the back is exactly the same size. And draw a hemline on the back part as well. Now that you have both front and back parts done, it's time to cut them out. Cut away the bands too. Take the neckline band pieces and join them at the shoulder part. Make sure you are placing the front band part at the side of the paper because this will be the fold line. Draw around the figure. Do exactly the same with the armhole bands. Take them, connect them at the top, draw around them to make a full piece. When you will be cutting out the fabric, you will need 4 pieces of these armhole bands, 2 for the outside and 2 for the inside. Now the fun part, let's make that dress circled. Take the front part, mark straight lines approximately 5 centimeters apart and cut those lines leaving about ½ centimeter to the edge. Place the pattern on a big piece of paper and spread the pattern so that the front and side lines are at 90 degrees angle. Feel free to use tape to stick that pattern to place. Now draw around the pattern and use a hip curved ruler to create a nicely shaped hemline. Once you finished drawing around the front part, Do exactly the same with the back piece. Now cut out all the pieces and you have your pattern ready. You will need 2 pieces for the front, 2 pieces for the back, 4 pieces for the armhole pants, and 2 pieces for the neckline. And you're done.
The pattern is finished and now you can move towards making your dress. I hope you like this tutorial, and if you have any questions about any part of this video, please leave it in the comments down below and I will try to answer any question that you may have. Also, if you want to see more photos of this beautiful dress, please check my blog, I will link it down below. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this in the future. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful week. Bye!